Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss show. If you're hearing some microphone like access noises and stuff, was just rearranging my microphone. Forgot to do that before I start this episode. But anyways, no, what I wanted to overall talk on, and I think I'm going to be doing this with a lot of video game companies out there that I feel like are scamming their fans. But no, like I feel like I overall need to talk on this stuff. You know, it's nobody else. I don't really see nobody else doing any, content creating related, talking on this stuff. So first, let me turn my TV off because it's a little bit distracting. But no, so first company I wanted to talk on is EA Games. Now, here's the thing. I feel like EA Games will probably be a company where you're kind of getting like mixed reviews from them. Like you'll have it where some of the games that they release, they do good, and then there's at times where they release other games and it's like you're not really doing so good with it. But I feel like with certain genres, I feel like if they were to focus on it, then it will probably be a little bit better. But the thing is like you cannot come out with video games where if we're paying for, the initial price and then we gotta pay for additional things. Like, nah, bro. That's not cool, man. Like, that is honestly not cool. And then the fact that, the crazy thing about it is that when there's this one video game that I've seen on Steam called iRacing. Now, when you think about, like, how much money, you're putting into that game, like, you're spending, like 60 a year, 70 a year for the subscription, and then you're paying for additional stuff because, yeah, that's things inside the game, that also costs money. I don't think it's one of those things where you can unlock it and by just playing the game. Like, no, you just gotta keep paying for stuff. And to me, that's scamming. In EA Games, they're no different. Like, because think about it. 60 for FIFA, right? 60 or 70 for FIFA, depending on which console you're playing on, because I know they've upped the prices, and the only reason why they upped the prices for the next gen console is because it's coming with a copy of the last gen console. My thing is this, and I just wanted to talk on that real quick. Why am I spending an extra? Because I'm thinking, okay, I'm spending an extra $10 because it's coming with extra features. It's coming with extra, content. Like there's more coming with it because I'm spending that extra. And then when you think about it, so at the end of the day, you're saying that the last gen version is a $10 video game, right? Because that's how much you're adding to what, to the initial cost of what a video game is. For the longest, video games, well, I remember when I was a kid, video games was like $19.99 and $40.99. Since then, they upped the price, and the only reason why I feel like that they upped the price is because it came with more features. When you think about when games was coming out during the PlayStation 2 and Xbox, era and stuff, video games was dirt cheap, right? Because a lot of those games only was like single player games. And so they didn't really have and you had like a one and only time or one and only chance to do that game right. If that game had bugs and problems and all that stuff, like you need to solve all that right then and there, right? And then as the time progressed on, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 came out, there was a lot more that could be done with these video games. Like video games pretty much evolved when that stuff had came out. So it made sense why the price was being up then. But what I'm trying to understand is why is the price being up now and there ain't nothing different with the game? I'm saying because think about it. FIFA, that game costs like $69.99 if you get it on the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. Xbox One and PlayStation 4, it costs $59.99. There's no difference. There is no difference between those games. It is one and the same. What? Maybe a little bit better in the graphics. That's it. But that's the thing. That's what's overall what was being promoted with the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. You guys made that choice. So at the end of the day, if it's my thing is this, if I'm spending an extra amount because of graphics and all that stuff, I'm playing it for gameplay. I'm playing it to get me a better experience. That's why I go out and get me an Xbox Series X. I'm not getting an Xbox Series X because I need to charge more. And that's why, shout out to all the companies out there that's not charging an extra $10 for video games when there's nothing being done to these video games. It's the same stuff each and every year. And you think because, oh, it's coming out on the next gen console, you guys will use, like, this is your one-time opportunity to do something new to a game, and you don't. And then you're charging people an extra $10 for it. Like, does that make any sense? Like, honestly, does that make any sense? And my thing is this, and this, I feel like the one thing that probably a lot of people is waiting for me to say, why would I play the Xbox One version on my Xbox Series X? For those that don't know video games that well, right? You don't understand the gaming console lingo. You don't know which one is which. You're seeing a brand new Xbox in stores, but it can really be an Xbox One, and it's not the Xbox Series X or S. So you're confused. You don't know what you're getting. The Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S are the latest consoles. They run at 4K quality, which means that they're a lot better than the Xbox One, One S, One X. It's better than the Xbox Series X and S is better than any Xbox One out there, right? So my question is, why are you charging me for a game that you know that I'm not going to play? I don't have an Xbox One anymore. The whole reason to get an Xbox Series X was to upgrade, not to still get the downgraded version. I don't get that. But so here's the crazy thing about it. So there's other video games. Maybe I should have also just I should have included too. But no, so there's one thing that I have noticed with the newer games, or the next gen version of video games, is that they don't run at a good rate. So the game will be like super laggy, super choppy and stuff. One game actually comes to mind where it does that is NBA 2K. Now, NBA 2K is not an EA game, but I haven't even played none of the latest FIFA or Madden games. I think I played Madden, but I only played like a few minutes of that because. So for those that don't know, I'm a streamer, and they have like copyrighted music playing. I'm not trying to get my stream shut down because they have some copyrighted music playing. And you would think because, we know that streamers are going to be playing this game. We know that people are going to be, they don't even have an option where you can turn the music down or off. That's one thing that I always do when I start playing a video game is make sure, is any copyrighted music going to be playing? No, I'm turning it down. All that music. I go and turn the music down. I start up the career mode. They still got music playing. And I'm like, fam, what part of turning down the music did you not understand? That you did not get? That's why I was like, I'm not even fooling with Madden. Madden is one game where I'm like, I liked it when I very first played it, like in my whole life, and it was Madden NFL 07. But as the time progressed on, it was like, what's being done to this game that's going to bring me back? And what's messed up with a lot of these games, sport games, is you can, progress like all throughout this game, get high-end quarterback, running back, or whatever position that you play. You could get the best ultimate team. That stuff ain't carrying over when the next Madden comes out. So right now, Madden NFL 22 is out. When Madden NFL 23 comes out, and this is, I think a lot of people, I'm just saying this for those that don't play video games that much, but anyways, or just doesn't play the sport games. But yeah, when you this is for all sport games. When you progress in the game, in one game, so if you progress in this year's Madden, next year's Madden come out, you gotta start all over again. So here's the thing, what they'll do, they'll give you that option where you can pay money to upgrade and all that stuff. And you would think because, I put extra money into this game besides the initial price of paying $59.99 or $69.99, I'm putting extra money into Ultimate Team or my career. None of that stuff matters. None of that stuff matters, because if that's the case, bro, I probably would have been playing a lot of the sport games if my stuff had carried over, but it doesn't. So that's why I see it is that a lot of all sport games, but definitely EA and their sport games, it's a waste of money. The only game that I have to say that they got going on for themselves right now is because it's following with, today's trend in video games. It's Apex Legends. That's the only game that they got going good for them right now, because it's a battle royale game and it's free. It's not really free. I mean, yeah, it's free to play, but if you want to get certain things in there, you will have to pay for it. So, or you'll just have to keep grinding and grinding and grinding, playing all these different games to unlock certain things, but not all things. So, yeah, there might be certain skins that you like. You're gonna have to pay for that. And I guess, like, if it's at a cheap price, it makes sense, because I know Call of Duty, they just recently did that where they added Snoop Dogg in one of the video games. So I'm like, all right, that's chill to, pay for that stuff, like the DLCs pretty much. I'm cool with that. But my thing is this. I feel like that, is the game really free? It's like, I've always talked on this season pass stuff because I'm like, the game ain't free then. When you think of a free video game, you think of whatever is in this game, it is free. Okay, it's not, somewhat free or, not all the way free. No, the game needs to be free. But I feel like that's what a lot of these games need to say now is like, free with, paid or not paid subscription, but free, but you're gonna have to pay for stuff, within the game. Like there's things like, cosmetics, DLCs, all that stuff. Because yeah, the game ain't free. So that's why I'm like, a lot of times, like, it just confuses me when companies say that, oh yeah, our video game is free, but it's really not. So that's why I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm not fooling with that. So, but anyways, what other things can I talk about with EA? I know that's one thing they always said, that EA comes off as a rigged company, and I somewhat still believe that. And I had to say the reason why I say I somewhat still believe that is because I really don't play their games that much. So that's why I'm like, hey, if some stuff goes down, and there probably is things that's still going down with the game, like bugs and things that they need to fix. But yeah, I just think that the price of their games is like it's not deserving. You guys, because here's the thing, when they come out with another Madden or FIFA or whatever, next EA game that they're coming out with, the games aren't, all that upgraded. They're not different from last year's. It's pretty much the same game. It might as well be the same game. They might change up like minor details, like with the character's uniform. So like, let's say if it's Madden, right? Madden promotes football. So, well, American football. I know it might confuse people and all that stuff. But anyways, but no, it promotes American football. And they might just change up the jerseys a little bit or add some jerseys. Change up whatever football player ends up being on the cover and stuff. And then they'll have it where it's like they'll release like 3 different versions, like the standard edition, the deluxe edition, then the ultimate edition. And the deluxe edition, it'll come with like 2-3 packs or something, and then the ultimate edition comes with like 5 to 10 packs or however many packs it comes out with and stuff. It most likely is probably more than that, probably some extra stuff. But other than that, it's like that's all that you're getting. Once when that stuff is done and over with, it's like you're not getting anything else. You're just gonna have to keep putting more and more money into those games. So are EA games expensive? Yes. Is it worth playing? It's up to you at the end of the day, because there aren't really a whole lot of football, American football video games out there. There is a soccer game that's getting ready to come out here soon, and I think they said they're going to be like in competition with FIFA. And then there's this one soccer game that came out, and people were saying that game was mad horrible. And I was like, I ain't even going to talk about that game. But nah, like, it's, just with EA, like, it's one of those things where, like, the only game that I'd have to say that's probably worth playing is Apex. So, like, if you're a fan of Battle Royale games, then yeah, give Apex a chance. If you play that game with friends. Because Apex is good. Do not get me wrong. Apex is a good game. It's supposed to be like a spin-off from their video games, Titanfall. Titanfall was a good game too. But it's one of those games that's not really, making them money and stuff. So they don't focus on that game. Even though it's a good game and that's what everybody likes, they're not focusing on that game. The game that they're focusing on is the game that's making them money. FIFA, Madden, let's see, yeah, Apex and stuff, because they know that a lot of people are putting money into those games. So let's see if there's any other games that I missed out on. But yeah, then there was one game I think they played it for a little bit. It's called like Knockout City, and it was like a dodgeball game. But other than that, like, you know, EA, they really don't do a whole lot with games that's not, you know, it could be good, but if it ain't making them money, they're not gonna focus on it. They're only gonna focus on the games that is making them money. So just a little information I felt like y'all needed to know about EA games. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast sharing service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 or 45 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And then that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.